Hello everybody, welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast. It's a fresh morning. Oh, is it fresh? You can probably hear the fucking wind howling outside. But it was a nice morning. First nice morning in a while now. No rushing out the door like a thief in the night. It's holiday time. A break, more of a break. Kids were like some kind of gentle chaos this morning. In the transitions of the morning, it's like an orchestra. Crash, bang, wallop. Out the door, silence, golden, happy days. Oh, so I'm going to enjoy the next few hours in here. I'm going to goof around on a painting. I'm looking forward to going at that now. But I said I'd fucking bang something up. I was at a competition last night, archery. What's it called? The IMM International mailing competition. It's like clubs everywhere. Archery clubs will host it, and you go to your club. Oh, yummy! Nice cup of Barry's tea. You go to your club, and you shoot indoor 20-yard. What is it? You get 5 arrows and you shoot them 6 times. Your target is in the, well, for me anyway, last night, my target started on the top right of the backstop. So I shoot 5 arrows at this guy 6 times. And you tot up your score, or someone else actually tots up your score. And then you take a little 5-minute break. You put your target in on the bottom left, bottom right corner, and you go again. 5 arrows, 6 times. You score it. And that's round 1 of the IMM. And it's cool. It's kind of you'd be thinking, fuck it, why couldn't this be more like in the middle of the year when you're kind of more regularly shooting? And you're, I suppose, what's the word? Better. But because I was practicing over the last few Tuesdays now, I'd go over to the Galty Archery Club, because that's where I did mine last night. No, it was at the Galty Archery Club. It was the last night. I was meant to do it Tuesday or something, but between the jigs and the reels, I missed it. Anyway, I got there on the last night, myself and one other guy. And the last week's practice was a fucking disaster. So yesterday I took the bow out, and I went over it like a scientist, checking everything, making sure everything. I adjusted a few little things, gave it a bit of a polishing. Arrows, I chose the arrows that I would be using, make sure they're all tip-tap condition, and was ready to go. But because the previous, I think, would say go back three or 4 weeks, the first practice was pretty good. The second practice was okay. The third practice was a fucking nightmare. But what I've gathered in those few weeks was I've got the best of me comes in the first 45 minutes to an hour. And then after that, it's like, I don't know, is it the monotony of it all? I disengage. So I'm there last night, and I'm like, do we get to warm up or whatever? And sure, yeah, take an hour. And I'm like, no. If I take an hour, I'd be no good to the fucking competition. So I took 15 arrows, and then I went at it, because my first practice was fucking super. I was like, can we start scoring? But we couldn't. So, but it was good though, because usually my line on the bow should be like 9 inches from the arrow rest. I'm getting all the terminology wrong here now, but it's okay, because all the archery folks who know me will expect nothing else. But you know what I mean. The string is 9 inches from the arrow rest, and but last week I think it was like 8, and that's probably what threw me off, because my gap would have been fucked up because of the power or whatever, or lack of. So I took my time, set up the bow properly, made sure the string was at the 9 properly, and when I just went to what I figured was my gap, boom, happy days. But then the consistency was fucking not there, you know, because I get a good 5 hour round, we'll say, and then the second one, because you're like, yes, now we know where we're at, and then the second one be nowhere near it. Fucking cunt. But nonetheless, it was good fun. I enjoyed it, and you know, it wasn't too embarrassing, the score I ended up with. It wasn't too embarrassing at all. Obviously, you know, can do a lot better, must do a lot better. Just got to get more practice in, more focus. It's not just shooting the arrow, you got to be focused. You know what I mean? Top tip though, one of the guys said last night, when if you're going into such a competition where you have to go up to the top and then down to the bottom, start at the top, because then it's kind of less stress on your shoulder and your bow arm then when you're going lower for the second half of the first round. Or maybe it's just, I don't know. But I thought, no, it was what did I get? I think I got 212 out of 300. You know, you'd be thinking, yeah, whoopee, but there's another part 2 now is in January, and then part 3 is in February, and that's it. Then all the scores will be dotted up and sent out. Give you a good idea of where you're at. Well, I suppose it should do, but I mean, how many people aren't going to do it? There would probably be, because a lot of folks wouldn't be that interested in the indoor. They're more into the just go to the woods, 3D targets. But I figured, fuck it, let's get good at all of them. But I'm very poor in discipline lately. I'm more of a kind of a whatever fucking mood I'm in, we'll see what we'll see. Some days you go and be super, and then the next day you go and it's terrible. So I gotta kind of put a fucking effort in there, you know, round your game, I suppose to call it. But look, it was fun, it was enjoyable. I look forward to doing the January one. I know where I have to improve. It's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and that's what I did last night. And then this morning I enjoyed not being in a rush anywhere, watching the kids getting their stuff together, getting ready for school, and all the things that go with that, the arguing between each other. It's funny to watch the transitions of the morning. You get them all, every key, every note. It's funny, only because I don't have to be going anywhere, just in here to go work on my painting, which I'm looking forward to, which I'm seemingly putting off again. So how you doing? Suppose you're all Christmased. There's nothing in here now to remind me of Christmas, which is good. I'm not being a killjoy or anything, but you could be doing without that shit. You could be doing without it. But now that I have some time, I'm going to start indulging. There's a lot of fucking crazy stuff I have to catch up on. There's one, I like going into these theories and stuff. You know, the crazy one. Well, they're all kind of crazy. I mean, think about it. They're all fucking mental. But there's one called Tartarian Empire. Interesting. And then there's another one about a ninth planet. Interesting. All of these things, if you were to think about it, right? With all the shit movies that, let's be fucking honest, they're shit. A lot of them that are coming out are pure nonsense, and rebooted nonsense at that. But these crazy theories that you'd be looking into, you'd be thinking, there's great, you can make a great movie out of them. you know? A doomsday movie for the ninth planet. Because if you're sitting there and you're taking, you can find a lot of things that they'll be saying, well, whatever they'll be saying, and you'll be thinking, fuck. You could buy it hook, line and sinker initially, and then you think, wait a minute, this is crazy. But if it's true, sure, worst case scenario, we're all fucked. Okay, sure, look, we're all fucked anyway when you think about it. We're all going one way. But you just hope you can go there in a nice, peaceful kind of way at some stage. But it'd make a good movie. And the Tartarian one is, I like that one because of the architecture that it's speaking about. To go through all these. It gets a bit crazy, I'm not going to lie. It gets very fucking crazy. Cabbage Patch Babies and whatnot. But, yeah, that's what I do in winter. I find all these freaky fucking weird and wonderful documentaries. And I watch them. And I ponder on them. And then I laugh. And then I said, that's a lot of shit. Or else, maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. Fact of the matter is, nobody knows. We're so fucked, nobody knows. So have your Christmas, have your drinks, have your food, and have your laughs. Enjoy your fucking day every day. Because there's just a lot of nonsense. I, on the other hand, as soon as these fucking crazy winds die down, the next day or two, hopefully, I have to go out and rebuild the back garden because it got mangled. It looks like a fucking disaster zone. There's twisted bits of metal frame from my greenhouse that got Scooby-Dooed. The kayaks are kind of all over the shop. Need to tidy them up. Don't want to be getting, I had a nice little kind of stand where they would slot in off the ground because rabbits are getting in there and other kind of rodents will be getting in there. Blah. You don't need that. So I must do something about that. Get some physical work going,